Hurricane Irma has forced millions of people to leave their homes. Florida Governor Rick Scott urged everyone in the Florida Keys to get out. Many in Miami and the rest of South Florida are also evacuating. But not everyone is heeding the warning. Carter Evans is in Jupiter, Florida. Carter, good morning.
Good morning. You know, this is a pretty common sight around the area. Windows and doors boarded up tight. I'll tell you, most people around here who've been told to evacuate are long gone. But we still have found many people, even in mandatory evacuation zones, who say they aren't going anywhere.
As thousands of Floridians rush to safety ahead of the storm, they're running into heavy traffic and long lines for gas.
It's a lot more complicated because if you don't have things in order, it's like you're screwed.
But some, like store clerk Joshua Scott near Lake Okeechobee, are refusing to leave.
All my family's in Miami, so it's like if I go back home, it's like there might not be nothing left. So I got my girlfriend out. That's all that matters.
The Army Corps of Engineers is pumping water out of nearby canals ahead of the storm, but emergency managers are concerned about the dike around the lake. It's still not enough to force Mike Cobb to evacuate.
It's nothing to be afraid of. You've been living around this dock your whole life. You gonna run now? What's to be afraid of?
In Miami-Dade County, more than 650,000 people were ordered to leave their homes, the largest evacuation in the county's history. All 79,000 residents in Monroe County, which includes the Florida Keys, are also under evacuation.
I think everything's going to be fine. I'm very happy.
Miami residents Debbie and Daisy Lopez also decided to ride out the storm at home.
What haven't we been through already, right?
So we're definitely ready, and we have a lot of kids at home, so we made sure that we were ready for all of them.
Back near Lake Okeechobee, even though the situation seems dire, Joshua Scott is optimistic.
It gets to the point where you just kind of pretend that, you know, it's not going to happen. But if it does, what are you going to do about it? You just got to accept it.
You know, I'll tell you, they boarded this stuff up really tight, too. And here's why. Because we're going to be exposed to the dirty side of the storm. That's the upper right quadrant. That's supposed to be the windiest part. So they're expecting some significant problems here. That could also potentially spawn tornadoes and, of course, that significant storm surge. Anthony?
Carter Evans in Jupiter, Florida. Thank you, Carter. You know, it scares me when people don't heed these warnings. When the governor is begging you to go.
Right.
You know, it's probably time to go.
Yeah, people have seen the other storms, and maybe it hasn't been as bad as they thought. And
yeah.
I think that's where people sometimes forget each storm is
We're
individual.
talking something that's like within a few miles an hour of a Category 5.
Right.